Yo. You. What does this even look like? Let me see what this looks like. Yeah. Yeah, this fire. This fire. We're gonna have a live stream on always has fan on. Bro, I promise you that is not my fan. That's my PC, bro. I don't know what to do about it. I wish I knew what to do. I wish I knew what to do about about that in the background, bro. That's the PC. I can't do nothing about it. Hey man, actually if one of you guys know what to do about it, let me know. Let me know. We'll figure it out right now. I'll turn my PC I'll turn my PC fan off. Bro wanna look at Billy. You can't even say what's up, bro. You can't even like it. Before we get started, you guys gotta like this, man. Like the live stream. We're gonna be live. We're gonna be finding the best plays of the week, and that's just, I mean, we usually find the best plays of the week. That's just a fact, okay? We usually find the best plays of the week. We went live last week. I mean, there were some bangers in there. I forgot what we got into. I think we got into like BA and we got into a couple other things. But at the beginning of the week, there were some bangers in there. So let's run the live stream up to at least 2K likes, and then we'll get started. Hopefully the fan isn't too annoying. I know I get annoyed by it sometimes, so we're gonna see. My boy Charlie in here. Lemonade and Google and Fubu as bonus. God, bro, you want me to look at the whole market? The whole market. You want me to look at the whole market? All right. So first of all, we gotta see what the Qs are doing. Now, I think my target on the Qs was 550. You know, if you guys have been in here for a long time, you guys know we were talking about being bullish way down here. And now you see it, you know, where you see it now. And you kind of see it. I wouldn't even say a double top. I would kind of say, well, you can kind of say a double top. I think we do have maybe a little bit more downside on the Qs. Now that just means you get to find some better positions. That just means you get to find some better positions. Now this doesn't look. You never want to end on a Friday. Like the last time it did that was right here, right? And then you kind of had another red day, and you know it kind of made a reversal during that time. So we'll get to see if that happens. I don't even want to. I don't even want to be bearish right now because I know the market. We know the market has more room to the upside. We just know that. Okay. We know the market has more room to the upside. We know the top isn't in yet. Although it looks like it's happening soon. Okay. The top could be playing out soon. I just want to see Bitcoin put in some price targets and crypto put in some price targets, etc. Okay. Um, so yeah, you know, I think the Qs maybe could come down to 516. We'll have to see. Well, you know, I don't want to be overly bullish until we see individual stocks. I like looking at individual stocks before I look at the Qs and seeing you know what stocks look good. Um, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be overly bullish heading into this week. You know, maybe we could expect like a nice bounce to the upside. You know, maybe to like 530 or something like that, and you know we could play that. All right, keep liking the live stream. But other than that, let's look at Lemonade really quick. Now, you guys know the small caps in these the small caps and mid caps is what you need to start paying attention to the most. Okay, the Microsofts, the Apples, the you know the bigger cap stocks, man. Those stocks are cooked. The time to invest in those was 2 years ago. You know, the time to invest in those was last year. Now money should be rotating into some of these that you're looking at right now, like Lemonade. You see that big move that it had um, to kick us off 2025. I honestly do not think it's done. Now, of course, this pullback makes a lot of sense. It is now back into the buying area. This actually looks perfect to me. This looks perfect. It does have earnings February 25th. It has earnings this week though, so you know anything's possible. I don't even want to spend too much time on this one now that I know that it has earnings. So it has earnings, bro. It has earnings. You could take the gamble. This is an AI. You know, AI could be pretty hot. It did have a nice earnings. You know, the last time it had that run up was back in October, and you know it took it all the way from $18 to $50. I don't think these type of setups are done at all. We've seen these setups play out so many times that I think Lemonade could have a decent earnings. Now, you know, it's always 50-50. I don't ever want to say what's going to happen with earnings. Do I think it's a good gamble? Absolutely. But do I want to say, you know, this is like it's 50-50 on earnings? We don't know. But I have seen these particular setups go absolutely crazy, okay, where you have this accumulation and then you finally have it starting to take off, and you know all it did was really retest, you know, this accumulation range that you see right here. So, and I'm gonna just show you a few examples. Like you look at PLTR, it was the same sort of thing, to where you had this accumulation, and then you had, you know, or you had that the first run up back in 2020 run, and then you had that, you know, downfall, and then you had that huge run up. Okay, so this is happening on a lot of stocks that we're going crazy in 2020, 2021, and you know I would be like, this is Robinhood. Like this is what it was doing back in 2020, 2021, and then you had that huge accumulation, and then you had that steep, you know, the parabolic, and actually Robinhood right here could be an amazing potential dip buy. This is probably one of my favorite watches heading into this week and, you know, the next months, because you finally got a good pullback. This is why you can't be scared of the pullbacks that are happening in the market, especially when you know the market has more room to go to the upside, because a lot of small cap stuff hasn't hit. Now I'm not saying that's 100% certain, but you guys know me. You know, we have a high hit clip rate. That's just a fact. You can go into previous YouTube videos and backtrack everything that we've said, and you know most of the time it has hit. So when we're looking at these small caps and mid caps, and you wanna be paying extra attention to these stocks that have gone on a parabolic run and are now giving you an amazing pullback. Okay, Robinhood looks incredible. It looks absolutely incredible. This is probably one of my favorites heading into next week. Okay, this is about to come in. It's in a buying area. Come on, bro. Robinhood looks amazing, but just to say that, like, you see these accumulation ranges. You know, back to what I was saying, but you see these accumulation ranges. Then you have that parabolic run. You look at the same thing that happened with Lemonade. It's having that accumulation range, and then you should. Now I'm not gonna say you should get that parabolic run to the upside like you've been seeing with, you know, the stocks that look exactly like this. Like Twilio is one of them that I really like as well. If you guys are OG, like same thing. You're getting that accumulation, and then you're gonna get that parabolic run. Why? Because small caps and mid caps are getting rotated into, and I mean, Lemonade is $2 billion. For this to 10x and go to $330, right? For this to go to $330, all it would need to do is put on $20 billion in market cap. This is only a $2 billion market cap stock. So we aren't in that euphoric stage just yet, I don't think, because, I mean, we're entering into it like you've seen with PLTR, like you're seeing with Robinhood. You know, we're entering into it, and I think a lot of these stocks are gonna follow. Okay, like Lemonade is gonna follow. I mean, if some of you guys remember back last year, Nvidia was putting on hundreds of billions per day. Meta is losing hundreds of billions per day. So for this to go up 20 billion, I mean, that's not even two billion. This would still put it at like $70. So we haven't entered that stage, in my opinion. Anyways, let's move on. They said I'm on the For You page. Yeah, I don't know why. TikTok had me shadow banned for a little bit. I don't even know why, but I guess they fixed the algos. And hey, man, I haven't been live that often though. Like I really just been chilling. Anyways, let's move on. We're about to be higher than UFO avoiding government radar. Do I didn't? Keep liking this live stream, man. We gotta get to 2K. They got me on the For You page. Bro. I used to always be on it, and then you know, they say, bro, you put out too much good information, bro. We can't let you keep giving out the game. We can't let you keep giving the best setups every single time you go live, bro. We just can't. What's the move for Monday? That's what we're trying to figure out. I mean, if you guys put tickers in the comments, we'll be able to go over them more quickly. All we got was Lemonade and Riot not looking good, but I'm telling you right now, don't get washed out. We're gonna look at BILI. There you guys go. Now we're putting tickers in the comments, but the first one I saw was BILI, and honestly, okay, honestly, if you wanna if you wanna make some easy money, and we've been talking about this since 2 months ago, we got some people making 2,000% on BABA, etc., just because of what we talked about with China, and we've been like since last year, this same time, China has been in an uptrend. Okay, China's trend is now changing to where you're seeing these lower. Before we get into BILI, we gotta look at the Hang Seng Index. So somebody's like, "Why are you looking at?" Bro, I said BILI. Why are we looking at the Hang Seng? You got to make sure you know what's happening with BILI before. I mean, you got to make sure you know what's happening with the Hang Seng Index before you look at BILI. And the Hang Seng Index is now in an uptrend. Okay, you're seeing these higher lows and higher highs every single time. Okay, so I say this to say China is looking absolutely incredible. And to be honest, I think this could possibly be one of the easier plays that you get into, just because BILI is undervalued, and you see what usually happens with China when it does enter into a bullish period. You usually just get like it enters into an easy time, okay? And this time hasn't happened since back here in 2016, okay? And which is funny enough, that's when Trump got into office, and now that's actually hilarious. The last time you actually saw an easy period for China was when Trump got back in 2016, and then you saw it go from 18,000 all the way up to 33,000. I think the same thing's gonna ultimately end up happening. My price target is to 36,000 on something like China, and and I say that to say BILI looks absolutely incredible. Bro, this is probably one of my favorite setups all year. Like if you get leaps, I think not looking at this short term will ultimately end up paying you way more. You got to make sure you're looking at this one long term, because first of all, China hasn't been bullish since you had that huge run up in 2020. Okay, let's just that was like a weird time. You had COVID, etc. But what you're seeing right now is China actually kind of doing the same thing, to where they're putting stimulus into their economy, etc. And you're getting that accumulation that we talked about. You're getting that massive accumulation, okay? And you're getting this sitting. You're getting this sitting in an uptrend as well, to where this has only been putting in higher lows. I mean, higher lows and higher highs. Okay, so you can anticipate this, like minimum price target that you can anticipate for something like BILI is $37. Okay, and I've been saying that for quite some time. And you want to make sure you're paying attention to these sort of stocks in general, because not a lot of people, just like when Coinbase was, I'm gonna put you guys on game real quick. Just like when Coinbase was, down here, it was like $40. Some of you guys remember us trading this back in 2023, and we were trading at like $40, and the contracts were like, you can get year out leaps on Coinbase for super cheap, because people forgot how volatile it was. Okay, like Coinbase trading at like $400. So if you get contracts that people forget how volatile they are, the market makers have now made a mistake, or they haven't updated their system to where China is now moving, or they don't take that into account until it actually starts moving. So you can look at some BILI contracts for like a year out, and for super cheap. But people forget that this was trading at 100. Like this was putting on like $30 per day. I don't know if some of you guys remember, but this was moving. Like back in 2020, this went, just one week, this went from $47 to 60, and then this week it went from $90 to 120. So when BILI starts getting it moving, I think right now is probably one of the best times. If you're in the Discord, you saw we caught this, and we still have time. Like we got a month out on the contracts that we have now, and we're already $3 in the money. So you see these contracts that are super cheap right now, but once the volatility starts getting into them, which you will see in my opinion, you'll see this starting to go crazy. Okay, and the main thing you want to make sure you're paying attention to is that the RSI starts trading above 70. Now a lot of people think When the RSI is above 70, that means it's overbought. But in a bull market, that's a myth, okay? When the RSI is above 70, which is starting to tick, it's starting to get there. It's at 61. When the RSI is above 70, you start getting stuff like this, okay? The RSI got above 70, when it broke out right here, and then all you see it did was just go up and up, and then finally you got that correction in 2020, etc. So make sure it starts trading above 70. And I really like BILI, so whoever said BILI, shout out to you. Keep liking the live stream. Thank you for the people that are liking it, first of all. But yeah, BILI, and I don't care what happens to it next week. Okay, who cares what happens to it next week? If you want to make easy stuff and you want to just be free, like you could do other stuff. You don't got to sit at your computer. You want to make sure you buy a year out. And to be honest, if you don't know how to trade, I would recommend Leaps anyway. I'm not gonna look at another China stock. Somebody said Baidu. I'm not gonna look at Baidu. Just because same thing. I think Baidu's very bullish, and it's a China stock, and I think China's bullish, so Baidu's gonna ultimately be bullish as well. But Tesla, okay, I told you guys, Tesla needs to. Elon's becoming a politician, and for stocks, that's not particularly bullish. Okay, when the owner of stuff starts being too much of a politician, it turns off some big investors that normally would invest in something like that. They don't. So, we knew this was going to end up getting to, all-time highs, which was 450 plus. Now, when will the reversal happen? I still think, it could put in, I still think it has, maybe some more room to the upside. We'll have to see. But, I'm not, this needs to hold above 336. If not, this is most likely going to 317, and then, we'll have to see right there. But I actually think you do start seeing this trade, probably around 317, 310. I think this goes a little bit lower, just because you see it curling. Okay, you see it curling. For this to be bullish, you need it above 360. You definitely want to see it bounce here. If not, this is going to 311, 316, which I see it trading at. So, I don't think it's that bullish right now. All right. It needs above 360. 360 plus, then you can start being bullish on it. But until then, you definitely want to see a whole 336. And, this is a levels game at this point. Because it already made a huge move. Like, you don't want to be, and it's putting in, and it's not doing what China's doing to where you're seeing these higher highs, right? This is putting in lower highs every single time almost. Like, it's not breaking above right here. Or it's not breaking it back above. Like, this should have broke above here for this to be back bullish, So, yeah. BILI contracts not cheap for January 26th. I mean, define not cheap. If they're going for 300 and you're trying to get the 30s, that is pretty cheap. Put in the comments what other stocks you guys want to look at. Pepsi. My boy Chad cooked on Pepsi. We got the bottom right here, but what you gotta know, what's actually funny is, I think, like, first of all, come on now, this is a stock that this is a stock that just goes up. Like, you don't got to do too much research on something like this. When you see a big dip, it gets bought up. So I anticipate the same thing to happen. I anticipate it to get bought up. Now, I wouldn't, I definitely try to wait for a better entry. This was up 3% on Friday, so I'd wait for, maybe a brief little pullback before I start being bullish on it again. But if you're looking for, 4-month out calls, the 160s, I mean, you can't go wrong. Like, if you're looking for 4 months and you just average into a position, I think that's better than trying to, time. I think this is bottomed out, okay? This is a great, like, come on now. You just look at the monthly. You just look at the monthly. I don't even want to look at too much TA on it. Has earnings. Oh, there's earnings this week. Hershey's another one. Somebody said Hershey's. Hershey's is another one. Hershey's actually looks incredible. Like, any stocks that look like this, and you get a huge, like, actually, dang, this thing's been going crazy this month. How did we miss this? Yeah, how did we miss this? These look incredible. These are incredible. I mean, there's not too much to look at for them. I'll just be looking for swings on them, and they're not even. Like, for these stocks that right now, sure, the best time to have wanted to get into it was, last week. So coming into this week, I don't. I'm not trying to buy. I'm not trying to buy something that was up 4%. I'm trying to look for something that's going to be up 4% and stuff that I'm already in, that I got in on Monday, and then all of a sudden it's up 5% this week, and then I can exit. So this already made its move for me personally, but I do still think it can make some. Come on, it looks bottom now. I do think it could continue to go to the upside. Hims is gone, bro. Hims is gone. But we talked about Hims, and we told you it was gonna get up here. I don't even we knew this was already gonna do this. You're late to the party at this point. I definitely wouldn't be looking at. Has earnings tomorrow. I think it already had earnings. Is that why it dropped like that? Dang, down 30%. Yeah, I wouldn't even be looking at this anymore. You're late to the party. I definitely wouldn't. Actually do what you want. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. But usually what happens is you get a lot of consolidation after something drops $20. So that's what I'd be looking for it. This has already kind of made its move. Any stocks that look like BILI or like I don't want a stock that has already made its move. Can we find a stock that is just sitting there it's getting ready? Is there any stocks like that? Is there any stocks like that? Jizz. Yeah, the boomer stocks. What are boomer stocks? Hold on, man. They say Amazon's a boomer stock. Boomer stocks look good right now. General Mills, Hershey, Pepsi. Whatever. Yeah, boomer stocks look good. Yes, General Mills looks incredible. You have so much weekly bull divergence on this to where that bounce was I wish we saw this stuff before it made its bounce. We should have been looking at this last week. Food stocks. Stocks my grandpa owned. Yeah, I bet you a lot of people's grandpas, dads, I bet their portfolio going crazy. I bet you a lot of people. This don't even trade on the stock exchange. I might have to go our Canadian. Put in the comments what stocks you guys look at. AMD. Let's look at AMD. Let's look at AMD, man. Yeah, this is nasty. Actually, let me see. Actually, great risk to reward. This is what I'm talking about. Look, I don't care if we're wrong. I don't care if we're wrong and this drops and this ends up dropping. First of all, I don't think this double bottom, so I think this is going to go a bit lower if you do get it going past $110. But this is just great risk to reward, and this is what I'm looking for personally. Okay, so AMD, it should bounce here. It should. Now, will it? I don't know, but you can always have a daily close below $110 on something like AMD. I actually like this one coming in the next week. This is probably one that I'm going to be watching. Now, it is very, very, this thing is just going to the gutter. But I do see some momentum shift, and, I want to be a little bit more optimistic, but I definitely want to see this put in a higher high. This needs above, at least 116. But, and you never want to be too bullish on something that looks like come on now. This has been just falling since October 3rd. Could it reverse? Possibly. I don't see this making a new all-time high. I just want to put that out there. I don't see it making a new all-time high this year. but it could get a nice bounce. Sure, I like it. Let's look at Amazon. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. How did it reach my? Let me see. I had this getting like 250 or something. Or yeah, I don't think it's reached it. Let me see. Yeah, man. I loved it. Don't let it. Don't let it. Oh man. Oh man. Some of y'all like, this dude trades so simple. Some of you guys like, this dude trades so simple. UPS, SMCI. Definitely got to take a look at SMCI. But first, we got to look at Amazon. Look at Amazon. This is a perfect buying area. And, you know, this is incredible. I really like Amazon. And to me, Amazon hasn't made that huge move like you've seen with Meta, like you see with Microsoft, like you see with Google. Like it hasn't really made, and it's swept, bro. This looks really good. Above 218, like even like right now, I think this is a good. Now it does have a gap right here, but you know who cares? Who cares? Gaps don't always fit. No, I was kidding. I like it. I like Amazon. This is probably my second favorite behind BILI that we've seen today, just because you know this is an easy setup. Looks like you're just positive about all the stocks. I mean, we're in a bull market. I mean, you know, we're in a bull market. But I will say Home Depot. You know, I've been bullish. I've been bearish on Home Depot. I think Home Depot is done. But you know, I'll let you know. I'll let you know if there's something that I don't like, man. I'll let you know. Trust me. I'll let you know. But Amazon, it should bounce. It should bounce right here. Maybe a couple weeks out. Calls. Maybe even this week calls. But this looks nice. He said financial advisor. Nah, man. This is pure entertainment. Purely entertainment. Huge correction coming soon. I mean, what you have to realize is possibly, potentially, you know, potentially for sure. I said the Qs could get to 516. You know, I'm not ruling out a correction at all. Qs could definitely get to 516. Somebody said, can you look at Chainlink? We're not looking at cryptos. We're not looking at cryptos. But let's look at Doku. Look, the main stocks that I personally really like right now are those low to mid cap stocks, like you see with like a Roku or something. Like these stocks that have gone through this huge accumulation period. Okay, if somebody has one of these, if somebody could show me one of these, like the ones that look like Twilio, you know, where you had the ones that look like PLTR, you know, but what are we looking at? Doku? Yeah, like the ones that look like Doku. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, like this, man. But you know, I would definitely need to see this make a reversal back above like 89 or something like that. But nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Probably get down like 70 or something. I see it. I see some bull divergence maybe happening. It's just you look at the hourly, the price action is kind of garbage. Mo. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Who said Mo? Who said Mo? Yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here. The reason I looked at Mo is because I know this is a boomer stock. I know it's a dividend stock. I know old people love this stock. And this stock looks like it's ready to go. Yeah, whoever said this. And the cool thing about this one is, It's doing the same thing. It has that accumulation right here. First of all, that steep drop back in 2017, etc. You know, never got back above it. You know, even 2021 couldn't knock it back above it. But now it looks like it's finally ready to go. Whoever said MO, shout out to you, because I think this could be an easy play for a lot of people. I've seen this setup happen multiple times. I've seen where you get this, where you, bro, yeah, man, yeah, man. I don't even like drawing lines, but you know, I've seen the same setup happen where you have this. You should anticipate this to do something like this, or possibly even finally break out. My computer's going crazy with the ticking. Yeah, shout out to whoever said MU. I really like this one. The weekly looks ready. Huge consolidation. Price action super clean on the weekly. Could be a nice swing. Could be a nice swing. And cheap contracts. Huge cup. It's a nice little cup. Nice little cup. It's building this little handle. You can get some 3-month out calls, some 56 3-month out calls, and you'll probably make some money. Boomer stock. Stock's been out for a while. Look at this. Stock's been out for a crazy time. Always puts back in all-time highs. Yeah. Yeah. Look, yeah. Yeah. Let's look at DraftKings. Yeah. It's funny, we talked about this reaching a measure move way back when, but let me delete all this. Let me make it nice. Let me make it nice and pretty again. Why did it have that huge rejection? Had earnings. Yeah, I don't like it, bro. I don't like it. I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm not gonna waste my time. But yeah, probably has some consolidation, bro. I don't know. The main thing is when I see a stock that has dumped for earnings, it usually what happens is it continues to dump. It continues to dump. If not, it consolidates. Well, if I was looking at, if I wanted to get into DraftKings, what I would do is I wait for it to finish the dump. I wait for it to get a little relief rally, and then I try to catch it on that second dump. Okay, so let me know when this has a relief rally. Okay, which is gonna happen. There's gonna be some retail that comes in there. People that are trying to trick out people, etc. Or people that think they got the bottom, people that think they got a good deal. It's going to get a nice little rally to the upside, and then it's going to give you that second dip. When it gets to that second dip, hey, call me. Call me, okay? Call me. Because that's what's going to happen, bro. Celsius. Bro. We talked about Celsius last Sunday. And, bro, we were right. I think this stock has a lot of room to the upside. Very bullish candle. I want to definitely try to look for a pullback on it because this thing went crazy. Earnings and time to get in was over here, and so we want to wait for a nice pullback. But this looks like it can continue to the upside. RSI is above 70. I love it. When RSI gets above 70, this thing starts booming. We can see a potential big move. Something like what happened to SMCI. Now, SMCI is a way better, this, moves way better. And, I think this, the $80 price target on something like SMCI is definitely something that we can see playing out. But, yeah. XYZ. Rivian was a dud. Hopefully. Rivian was definitely not a dud. I mean, if you're looking for 100%, sure. Yeah, it was a dud. But, a nice little 30-40% never hurt anybody. Nobody said riot. Oh, no. Nobody said... Yeah, that's why I don't want to... Celsius will be offering soon. That's good information. I didn't know that. XYZ is garbage. Yeah, XYZ is garbage. As soon as it's broke below $82, that was the warning sign. You definitely want to see like the same thing that I said for DraftKings. The same thing I'm gonna say for is the same thing I'm gonna say for XYZ. Is that you need a nice little relief rally, and then I'd like to buy that second dip. Okay, that's what I'll be looking for, and that's gonna take some time. That's gonna take some time. Definitely don't want to get puts when this is down 18%. Definitely don't want to get calls when I don't want to catch a falling knife. You know, there's setups that look good and there's setups that don't. You gotta, you know, not every stock that you're gonna look at is gonna be something that you should enter into. Just a fact. But all the new people, let's make sure we're following Twitter. Can we get to 3,430? Please. Please, man, please. It's free to follow. Is the username Wealth on Mars? You know, I come on here. I give you some good memes. I give you some. Look, we talked about BILI. We talked about BILI before 4 hours ago. Your online trading friends when your plans make it out the Discord. Somebody want to look at UPS. Let's look at UPS. Wait, no. First we gotta get the followers. I want to look at UPS. I want to look at you. I want to look at both of them. But first we gotta get the followers. Man. We gotta get at least 4 followers. Like at least, bro. I'm already tapped in. I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. I do. Let's get at least 4. Talk or ACHR stock. Already following with notice on all of them. We gotta look at UPS. Say no more. We have to look at UPS. Guess what would happen? Guess what happened when AI gaming will booming? I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah, we not getting the followers, man. We might just have to cut off the live stream. AI interested chart, but has earnings this week, so kind of chop, but 20% short interest. AI stock might actually look really good. Huh. Yeah, man. Who said UPS? First of all, this is just nasty, by the way. This is really nasty. But these boomer stocks, man. This isn't really a boomer stock, but you know, these stocks that have had these large pullbacks, does this have dividends? Earnings are decent. This actually looks good, bro. This looks good. You know, I don't want to go too crazy on it because there's not, like, for some of these, like, there's no TA. Like, let's just be honest here. There's no TA for some. Now the RSI is showing a momentum shift. You know, this is bull diverging a little bit, and you know, I think a price target could come back up to 126. I actually kind of like this one. Not gonna lie to you, we've seen these charts that are down in the gutter, charts that aren't doing anything right now, but are real companies. Like, these are real companies at the end of the day. Like, you saw what happened with Hershey. You saw what happened with the other stock that we saw. What was it? Pepsi. Like, these stocks that are getting beaten down, they look like they're about to make comeback. I like UPS, bro. Whoever said UPS, shout out to you, my boy. My boy. You know, just ugly price action daily. Like, this is just ugly. Like, some of this stuff, like, like, look what was happening right here. You know, when this goes up, like, it barely, like, it almost gaps up every time. Like, there's, like, a news that messes with it. So, you know, I don't want to get too excited about it, but it does look decent, bro. Did we even get the followers, bro? Yeah, you guys suck. We got 1. You guys suck, dude. Do all you guys follow me or something? You guys suck. 3? I need 3. 3 is free. It's me. Bro. I already follow you. We all follow you. Yeah, that's what I thought, man. Dang, bro. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, man. I was gonna look at, what were we gonna look at? We got UPS, and there was another one. I know AI was one. I want to look at AI, and then there was TTD. Yeah, this is what, like, okay, I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited. It always happens around like the 40-minute mark. We start finding some bangers, because I don't know, we exhaust all the charts, but these charts that look like this are incredible. Like, this is consolidation. Like, this is accumulation from 2023 all the way up until where you see it now. For 2 years, it stayed the same price. That's bullish. That's bullish. And it's kind of in a buying area. I'm definitely gonna be paying attention to AI, especially with what we've seen happen to you. Now, I don't want to compare the two stocks, but I remember they kind of used to move the same. Yeah, like, we're seeing what happens with you. And what's funny is we saw this happen last week. This is what I said it was going to end up getting to the measure move around $33. You see it playing out now. Now, AI isn't doing a chart that looks, something like this. It's kind of just everywhere. But it is in the buying area. It almost broke out, last year. And, it's kind of actually been playing around. So we're going to have to see. The earnings is this week, though. Man, the earnings is this week, but I've been following him. Made lots of money, lots of time money. He made lots of time and money. Hey, shout out to you, bro. But yeah, it has earnings, and what's been happening? Like, I think Unity went crazy because of earnings. So maybe you get the same thing kind of happen with AI. It has earnings though. So what you doing this week? I mean, we looked at a few stocks. There's not really, besides like the China stocks and Amazon, this seems to me. I hate when we have a week that, or like a week that dumps that hard, because it makes it a little bit more harder to navigate the market. I'm not even gonna, come on now. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like, it makes it a little bit harder because the setup's kind of all, you got to kind of wait for some consolidation. You got to wait for some other stuff to happen. It's not. Very rarely do you get a huge red day and then just bounces all back up and goes crazy. So we're gonna have to see. I think this week is more of like a, our last week. Some of you guys were last week. Like, there was from Monday through like Wednesday. Like, the setups were just mad easy. So now we're kind of gonna have to see what happens. I really like the China stocks. Like, we looked at the Hang Seng. We looked at BILI. Like, to me, these are probably this is probably what I'm gonna mess with this week. Baidu, BILI. That's probably gonna be my main focus, just because you now see Baba going crazy, which is the biggest stock in China, I believe. You see Baba going absolutely crazy. And what's funny? Hold on, we saw a stock that looks exactly like this, bro. I forgot which one it was, but yeah, we saw a stock that looked exactly like this. I'm telling you, the stocks that are in this accumulation range, they're gonna end up breaking out and going crazy. Bob was already breaking out. The price target on this is 218. But we saw a stock that looked exactly like this. I forgot which one it was. Futu's another one. Like, yeah, these China stocks, yes, okay, yes, whatever China, yeah. I like it. JD is another one. Actually, JD could be a very good one. Because look, you can just look at it. This is what I'm talking about. Like, these are the easy setups. If China continues to run, check Baidu. Exactly, like Baidu, like JD, BILI. Now, barring something catastrophic happens, these stocks are looking like they're ready to go. Like, look at JD. Like, come on now, does this look bearish? No. Like, look at this. Come on, man. The structure is clear. The structure is clear as day. Since 2024, since January 2024, higher lows, higher highs. This is ultimately going to put in a higher high, like $60, 60 plus. So that's what I'll be paying attention to. FMC, let's look at FMC. FMC, I think it's a good long-term hold. I'm trying to, like, what happened to earnings is crazy. Like, that should have never happened. Well, who knows? I don't know if it's never happened, but it gives you a good buying opportunity regardless, okay? This has been a stock that's been out since 1973. Now, this is a boomer stock, and boomer stocks are starting to catch bids. They're starting to get bid, okay? So I would say I wouldn't. The options chain is garbage regardless. I think this is a good long term hold. Okay, I bought some. I think this looks good for long term. Okay, this is a good average down as well. Like this dumped hard for earnings, but boomer stock, the momentum is shifting. It looks great. Okay, this is a buy and hold. This is buy and hold. No, the option chain is garbage anyway. You won't be able to catch anything with volume on the option chain. Let's look at cat. It looks good for puts. Looks great for puts. Now, obviously I wish I would have saw it this week for puts, but yeah. Yeah. Let me see. All right, I've been live for 45 minutes. I don't want to make these live streams too long. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I'm probably be live again like Wednesday or like midweek to see, to update on what we talked about, to see if what we talked about is right or wrong by midweek. And, we're going to be live more often. The Discord is free to join inside the bio. I appreciate you guys all for tuning in. Hopefully we found a stock that you like, that you could get into next weekend, or, a leap that you can get into. China. Make sure you get to the China leaps. A leap that you can get into, or, a stock that you can get into. But appreciate you guys all for tuning in. Thank you for commenting. Like we looked at some great stocks. If I didn't get to what you were talking about, like I said, follow the Twitter, and I'll put out I'll chart some stuff on the Twitter as well. Like I put out, put some charts and put some tickers in the comments. Like I put out a tweet like that, and then I'll look at some more charts. All right, but thank you guys. I'm out. Peace.